Hello, I'm Jerry Jacobs Jr. Welcome to Save My Catholic Marriage Minute, where my main mission is to keep you out of divorce court. The Save My Catholic Marriage Minute is for you if your wife has asked for a divorce or separation, your wife has left the home, or you are separated. Your wife is in the home, but you are in separate bedrooms. Your marriage is just plain boring and or has no passion whatsoever. You engage in the marital embrace less than weekly or severe less than once a month. You are divorced but didn't want it, or you are determined not to have your marriage end up like any of the other crazy situations above. Now, if you fit in one of these categories and want to know how to fix it, follow these 3 steps. Listen to this marriage minute, of course. After listening, visit www.savemycatholicmarriage.com. Step 3, sign up to watch the Marriage Masterclass to learn how to repair your marriage. So, let's do this. So, what are the behaviors of a troubled wife? What are the behaviors of a troubled wife? What are the behaviors of a troubled wife, baby? Moreover, what are the clues your wife displays when she is unhappy or planning to leave? Another question is, why did she leave or divorce you? Do you know? Do you even care? Well, you should, because if you don't know, then how will you convince your beloved that you are no longer the same man she abandoned? The key here is, once you know the clues, you must be willing to see them and act up on them once they present themselves. But how many men do that? Not many. Or if you don't, you will be in the dreaded divorce court. I speak to men daily who come to me because their wife has left the home or are in a going nowhere marriage, or worse, divorced. They all say they had no clue this was coming. And I believe them. Why? Because we men only deal with the problem when it's imminent. And if it's not, we tell ourselves, I'll take care of that later. The problem is, later, of course, never comes. Okay, so how does a husband know when his wife is planning to leave their marriage? Or better yet, when it happens, how to fix it? Well, we never know for certain, but we can pick up on the behaviors that they submit. In all, there are 30 clues. Okay, so I'm going to go over them one by one in a series of 30 episodes. And this is episode 3, which I call Hell on Earth, the behaviors of a troubled wife. In this series, I will give you the benefit of my over 35 years of experience in marriage. I've been married twice. My first wife died of leukemia, and we were on the verge of divorce at the time. And in my current marriage, I began to see the same issues that caused the chaos in my first marriage. So I had to do something, and I was not going to sit there and wait for the bomb to drop. So I put together a step-by-step system to help men stay out of divorce court. Because I know from experience that no one teaches us how to build a great, loving, passionate, and exciting marriage over decades, not just for 1 week. So I present to you the top 30 clues of a troubled and unhappy wife. And in today's episode 3, we cover clue number 3. And that is, does she seem uninterested in the marital embrace? The all sex question, right? Now look, I know it's so weird. One day you're making blissful love, and all of a sudden you look up and she no longer desires you. Your advances are met with, nope, not tonight, big boy. You can't seem to figure it out. You thought things were cool, but how? But now you couldn't buy a passionate kiss from her. Well, I'm going to lay it on you gently because that's what I do. What's going on is she doesn't feel close to you. And when wives don't feel close to their husband, they begin not to wanting or enjoy the marital embrace. Closeness is everything to a woman. Without it, she feels like jetting, getting away from you, not being around you, because she feels that you don't love her. She feels disrespected. She feels you don't appreciate her. And all those things are top for women. Therefore, you must at all costs start to take this clue seriously. This is one of those clues that you can't wait until it's like down to no sex at all, or you're having sex less than once a month, basically in a sexless marriage. You have to take this one now, because intimacy with your wife builds closeness in the marriage, okay? So don't put it off or procrastinate with this clue. If you are always having to basically nag and force your wife to have sex with you, you have a big marriage problem. You have huge marriage problems and you just don't even know it. And you'd better start focusing on and investigating the cause at once. Sex is the second most important thing in your marriage, right after prayer, as I always say. Now, some people are going to look at that and go, oh, he's just talking about sex because he's a man. No, sex is way more important to women than it is for men. You didn't know that, did you? And it is. And women don't even realize it, but it is. It helps heal that pain when the brother is on his job. Okay, so how can you expect your marriage to thrive when your wife doesn't even or isn't even interested in intimacy with you? This means she is feeling unloved, unappreciated, and unfulfilled, and eventually she will begin looking elsewhere to fill these voids. Single friends, divorced friends, other men, etc. And don't you be one of them dudes that think your wife won't go find the company of another man. I don't care if she's Catholic. I don't care if she's a Christian Catholic. I don't care if she's Protestant. I don't care what she is. When women start not feeling loved and not close to you, to their husbands, they will find a way to fill the void, whether it be eating, whether it be finding another man, whether it be spending more time with away from you at church with her friends or whatever. The thing is, this clue manifests itself. Okay, so again, eventually your wife will find an outlet for this problem, which is, again, is like she'll go to single friends, which we talked about in episode 2, divorced friends, episode 2, and other men, etc. All which what? Don't include you. Wake up, brother, because if you refuse to, all I see in your future is divorce court, divorce court. Bam. Again, follow these steps, these 3 steps to fix your marriage. Now, not later. Do it now, not later. Don't procrastinate. Step 1, determine if you are in one of the following situations. Your wife has asked for a divorce or separation. Your wife has left the home, or you are separated. Your wife is in the home, but you are in separate bedrooms. Your marriage is just plain boring and or has no passion. You engage in the marital brace less than weekly or severe less than once a month. You are divorced but didn't want it, or you do not want your marriage to end up like any of the above crazy situations. So, step 2, if you do fit one of the categories above, then visit www.savemycatholicmarriage.com. And step 3, sign up to educate yourself and see why this is going on and see all the clues and what you can do to fix it and to save your marriage by signing up to watch the Marriage Masterclass to learn how to repair your wavering marriage. And believe it or not, you can have one of the best marriages in the world. You just got to be willing to sacrifice and work for it. Bam. So, in conclusion, as we always do, we end with a quote from Pope Benedict XVI. Society offers you comfort, but you weren't made for comfort. You were made for greatness. So, go forth, Christian soldier. The spiritual fight is upon you. Fast, pray, and prepare for battle.